All right, today we're going to be looking at Icon Absolute EDP by Dunhill. If you're thinking of buying this fragrance or any others over at fragrance.com, use the discount code linked in the description below to get 30% off your entire purchase. A classically British brand with a long and storied heritage, Dunhill's been making men look and smell amazing for decades. And while also making men's clothes, accessories, and fragrances, Dunhill makes some incredibly good tobacco products, cigarettes, cigars, and pipe tobacco, and that's how I really know them best. When I lived in Manhattan, I worked near Times Square and would walk down Fifth Avenue past the Davidoff Lounge almost every day, sit in the old weathered leather chairs, light up a Maduro Reserve and read the paper or crack open a good book and revel in the opulent luxury. I bought my first pipe in that store, at least one made for tobacco, and it was a Dunhill pipe. I loved the fragrant smell of their pipe tobacco, the tangy, almost citrusy taste of it, and I loved the rich history that came with sitting in that temple of tobacco and just being present. Cigarettes are made to be smoked quickly and on the go, but something like a cigar or a pipe is there to savor, to enjoy slowly with a scotch or a brandy, regaling your friends with stories about your misspent youth, your business triumphs, or your occasional defeats. Icon Absolute gives me that same vibe, so let's talk about why. The open awakens your senses with a very prominent black pepper note that's brightened by a sharp and tangy bergamot. This open is there to clear your sinuses out to make room for what's to come. It's bold and bracing, letting you know immediately that this is unapologetically a man's fragrance, not a boy's fragrance. The middle begins to dig deep with a bittersweet and leathery saffron note that's given an even more luxurious feeling with the addition of black rose and jasmine. The florals make the fragrance bloom with a feeling of deep opulence, but that leathery saffron is where you start to see the road you're on and the destination that's ahead. The base goes for broke with agarwood, leather, and tobacco leaf. The agarwood gives it a light oud feeling, and the tobacco leaf is dry and almost dusty. But the leather is where this one shines, giving it the feeling of one of those old chairs in the Dunhill Lounge, decades of rich history etched into the hide of every seat. You can practically smell the business deals, dinner plans, and even love trysts that have been made in those seats. Men being men, always pushing forward, never backing down, and looking and smelling great while they did it. Presentation is simply gorgeous. It's one of the best looking bottles on the market right now, totally unique. It's heavy with the weight of grandeur, the gold metallic texture sparkling in the light. The atomizer is also top tier, giving a bold, wide spray that doesn't dribble or fuck around. Longevity is where this one stumbles just a bit. Even though it's an EDP, I still only get 5 to 6 hours on my skin, which isn't what I was hoping for. Is this going to get you compliments? It was the great poet and civil rights activist Maya Angelou who once said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Wear a fragrance to make people feel something, not to get compliments. You'll be a better man for it. Final thoughts? This one reminds me of a less unisex version of Oud Wood by Tom Ford, with worse longevity and fewer subtleties. But hey, don't take my word for it. Go get your nose on this one and take it for a spin.